Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to my renovation of 18 Culpepper House, which once again is part of a battle collab arranged by Havana Sims. The details here are a busy bachelorette has moved into this apartment and really wants to make it a classy place. The only problem is that she doesn't have the time and she only has $20,000. She has enlisted our help. She needed a den made for her office, a bar for entertaining, and we had to keep in mind that her favorite colors were white and teal. And it was due today at noon, and there is going to be a Twitch tour by Havana Sims at 2 p.m. on her channel, which I will link down below. So the starting description for 18 Culpepper House is that it was once a home to a famous local chef. Legend holds that puffer fish nigiri was invented in this very kitchen. Additionally, the dining room boasts brand new clean floors and fresh paint throughout, which of course will be changing the latter. The weekly rent is 600 simoleons and the deposit is 1,000. It comes with 2 lot traits, one of which cannot be removed. That is historical. The landlord has one rule: the inspirational plaque dedicated to a famous historical resident can never be removed, nor can it be moved. Now, the other one is haunted. Locals say this place is haunted. What do they know? Now, that particular trait can be removed when you play on this lot. The version, because it's an apartment, it gets put up as a room, so you actually have to figure out your lot traits yourself in your save. So you can have up to 3, which means since one is defined and can't be changed, you can add 2 more. Now, Culpepper House is in the Spice District, and it's in the building that the Rozoyas live in, and there are 2 other apartments in this building, 4 in total. So Havana Sims decorated her apartment with Maddie Ziegler in mind, and Maddie Ziegler was created by Maxis, but we couldn't find her on the gallery under them anymore, so she put her on the gallery, I should say. So Maddie is on the gallery on Havana's account. I also will have a copy of Maddie and her cat that I added to her, Josie Cat, up on the gallery too, but Maddie will be skilled because I had used her to playtest. Maddie is only a teen, she is a dance machine, and she is creative, and she has a quick learner trait from having a knowledge aspiration. And Josie Cat is the one that likes to sort of explore what's that. Friendly and lazy are the other 2 traits she has. Now, as I said, Maddie is actually a teen, so my added backstory was that one of her parents had a essentially job opportunity, 1 year sabbatical that they were moving away for a year, but it was Maddie's final year of high school, so she begged them that she could stay behind in San Myshuno. So they have actually rented this apartment for her and have paid for the renovation to make it suited to her. And of course, on her part, she has to keep up her grades to be able to stay in San Myshuno on her own for this last year of high school. And of course, the neighbors will be keeping an eye on her. We'll say they're good family friends. So that's sort of my backstory also to go with it. So here we have the floor plan as it starts off. And I don't move any walls. I just add a wall to create the extra den space. So the bathroom is to the left as you come in. Of course, straight ahead is the kitchen that chef created pufferfish nigiri in, and the little living space over to the left on the other side of the bathroom, and of course the great big bedroom over to the right, which is what I essentially split into 2 rooms to make it a small bedroom and also a den. So when I moved Maddie in, I chose to take the apartment unfurnished, and that was so that I could maximize the amount of money. I didn't lose anything because that was my way of keeping track of the budget for her. She moved in with 22,000 simoleons, less 1,000 deposit because she had the cat in her household, but I made sure that she had over 2,000 left by the time this was finished. Though I then went and had her do some collecting and whatnot, so I have actually added this to a different save altogether, and I know that the apartment is accessible for one sim moving in even after paying for the deposit, so it should be just under the 20,000 budget that we were given. I say that because when you put it up on the gallery, it includes the rooms, the walls of the outside, and that's not included in the value when you actually move into it. So you can see here probably that I actually put the kitchen over to the left where the living room used to be, because I figure she doesn't need as big a space for her kitchen. And she doesn't even have, I don't end up giving her a dining room table because I give her the bar that was required as part of the build and another counter, island counter, that she can eat at. And also I put a laptop on the one island counter. And so I just figured, while the apartment is decent size, I wanted, to use the space for other things. It's just one person living there. She need a whole dining room table. And I just did it differently. And so the wall covering actually in this bathroom is from Realm of Magic. I do change this floor plan off camera, but everything that's in here stays the same. It's just that I put the shower sort of in the back corner and just rearrange it. You'll see it in the screenshots at the end. But like I said, everything is the same, other than I add a couple of pictures that get painted into that particular room. So here's a small side that you can see. I made that the bedroom, and I found, because of the teal, I had sometimes a hard time finding, and the budget, of course, I couldn't find that particular bed in the color that I wanted, so I went with white and used more teal accents elsewhere. So because it was white and teal that we were supposed to do, and here in this den, it becomes like a dance floor for the dance machine. And obviously you would have seen the easel and whatnot. I'll probably touch on that a little bit more later. And here's the living room space. I like those little tables, which are sort of the teal and purple. And those cushions that's from the toddler stuff pack, and they're quite good. So they got the white couch, but pops of color from other things. And then I do give the thermostat, which she ends up using because it's summer when I'm playtesting it, and they get pretty hot. I have to put it on to cooler, though I wouldn't think that affects your bills in apartments. I wasn't there. Her bills were just normal because you pay rent, right? So you don't actually have an impact on your apartment bills for the stuff you have in it and whatnot. So when I change that bathroom, that litter box actually goes where the shower is, which makes it so that it's quicker for her to clean the litter box because it's less distance for her to go to get the garbage can. Actually, everything in this apartment changes except for I do bring back the garbage can that was in the original apartment, but everything else is different from what I could see just in general. And I gave her a umbrella stand, to go with seasons. You saw that there's a fireplace in there, because I like that for Father Winter to be able to come in. Plus, in the winter time, they can, turn it on for some heat and get warmed up. And actually, my Maddie is a spellcaster. She's just a low-level spellcaster. So she, I think, knew the spell to, Inferniate. I think that's one of the first ones I tend to learn. So I was having her practice on it a little bit. Of course, when you upload spellcasters to the gallery, they don't seem to retain their spells and stuff that they learned. So she wouldn't have anything like that, but she hadn't learned that much anyways. Those shelves, I end up moving them. I keep one and I replace it with something else off camera after I play tested it, because I had her have start a teen club, essentially to get the homework boost so that it was easier for her to get her homework done so she could maintain those grades and actually improve them as her parents wished. And I found Sims were putting dirty dishes on there, and then she couldn't reach them. So I replaced it with something else, and that I was hoping people wouldn't use, and I didn't notice them using it as much. This little decor item that goes away in the end. So I switched back to the kitchen. I had a cutting board there, and then I realized I don't have a sink. So I put a sink in the kitchen. Obviously we have a sink in the bathroom, but I added one to the kitchen also. And I put some decor items out, and I add a little side, that crate as a side table, just really to be able to put things on. I don't put anything on it myself. It's just I like to have a few surfaces for Sims to be able to put things on, not counting shelves that are out of the way. And I add a carpet to that room and a little bedside table, same one that we have out in the living room, and a little book for her to do her emotional control, which was when I realized I need a desk or a table in this room, which I also needed to make it properly a study or a den, but it's why I don't put the computer on there, is because Sims can't write on the island counter. They need either a desk or a table, so I leave the computer on the island counter because that can be used there, and I put the desk in the little office area. And we're going to end here with some before and after screenshots. And I did comment that I didn't really touch on that sort of study / dance room. She was sort of described as a dancer because she's a dance machine, so that's why I added the dance floor to that room so she could do some practicing. And obviously there's a couple of radios in the apartment, but I also added the music machine, the music maker that you get with Get Famous, so that she could mix tracks, and an easel because she was creative. So those were the things that I put in there. The easel also came in handy because when I did a club system, the members would dance and they would also paint a little bit, so she made a little bit of money from them doing some paintings, as well as herself. And we're going to end here with some screenshots, some video, I should say, of her practicing and then having a dance-off with one of her club members. You can see here the details of the house, which is on the gallery. The comparison of what it costs for the room, it's on the gallery as a room, I'll have a link down below, versus what it actually costs to rent it when I placed it in another world where, essentially I placed the actual lot. That's what it should be in your game when you place it in your world. And she's quite happy with herself. And here we are with her dance off with Morgan. And there are other people participating. As I mentioned before, their names are up on the screen, and I will have a link to the playlist as soon as it's available down below. Don't forget to go vote for your favorite one. If you like mine, vote for it, but vote for whichever one is your favorite. And the voting ends on Wednesday, October 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Havana is also going to be doing a tour, as I may have mentioned, of everybody's builds at 2 p.m. Eastern later today. So if you want to go see them, go check it out. She also mentioned she's going to be showing or talking about the family that's going to be used for the November challenge, or who we're going to be building for the November challenge in that live stream. And there's just a few flops in their dance off. Each of them did. That was quite spectacular. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!